area in case we start dipping. We do have some news. I would expect that we at some point have a pullback. So if we do pull back into this range around 42.40 all the way to 42.30, this is a really good buy zone, guys, for SPX. Um, I would avoid probably playing 0DT on SPX tomorrow, but it's up to you guys. It might be a little bit theta kicking in. They might be eating that away. And then here, you have multiple, POCs here as well. This is your POC. So if we do break that 42.30, you almost get a free shot here. You get a free shot to 4,200. Or what's this level here? Yeah, 42.08. So it will look like somewhere. Somebody asked, how do you draw? So if you look at this POC, for instance, like you see here, it has a nice low drop. And then honestly, it has nothing on the bottom. So I would just go to this bottom here. You could even extend it a little bit down. I think Ludwig, you asked. It could go up to here. That would be the range that I'm looking at. And then honestly, if we break the 42.80, which would be this level here where we kind of got stuck, if you're able to break this, if you miss the bounce, let's say 42.60, it's pretty high guarantee you're going to go to 43.00. You could wait for a retest or just take a momentum trade up because the retail will drive it all the way up. So that's how I would play ES. I would look short below 42.60. It could go all the way, to 42.48. But you see that it has a lot of support coming down. But if it starts breaking this shelf here, retest, come back down, that might be the level. But it's just that this trend line here might be in the way. So 42.50 breaks, I would definitely short it. So that would be my level for shorting it on ES. SPY. Man, that's crazy. All candles green on SPY right here. Now we got even more VPUCs here, guys. Ton more. I think all of these are gonna come back.
Starts all the way from 370 VPOC.
I'm sorry?
I think there's a VPOC even starting from 370.
Oh yeah, there's one, I believe 377 if I'm not mistaken. This is insane. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen this. I don't know the last time I've seen this. You're talking about this one? Yeah, this one here is not a VPUC. It's just a POC. Right? The daily is probably going to look like a beautiful candle and no volume here. So, and you guys know, just here, this would be a good level to start trimming some if you're long at this level here. I'm pretty sure there's a nice little shelf here. Yeah, that's your value area high in that area. So you're entering that zone now. Sorry, this is not visible. I don't know why I changed it. So, this supply breaks here. So if you're able to break that 429, we open some doors here to 430.65. And I think I'll check tonight or tomorrow morning, but I believe there's a weekly top at 436, 437. One of the two you guys can check, but I'm pretty sure catching rockets, you could probably go over some levels if you don't mind on the on the clouds from toss. So that would be a really good short here. If we go here, this 430 might be, that's where we dumped from last time, and this is our first time coming back to that level. And to me, just giving you guys my perspective, we're not coming back with power. If you guys look at a daily here, you're not coming back here. You're not climbing here with power. You're just climbing, but I don't even know what you want to call this. There's not a lot of power here, in my opinion. But let's see how they look at this weekly here. Weekly has bearish as well. 3 days also bearish. So the value area low is here. Be aware of that level. And then prior there. So there's a high chance that we might come back here to this level here. I would expect a nice little bounce. Let's just grab it from August 2nd. Let's see here. Man, look where the POC is, all the way at 411. It really opens the doors below 421. I know that's $6 away, but you guys remember that big gap up we had? Like it was like $12 gap up, or maybe a little bit less, but there was a nice little gap. Probably go here. This here is probably going to be money short here. You could go here and probably drag it all the way to this level here, 415. Could go even sooner than that. This is a pretty good short here. And then it's a little choppy here. They find random support here on this run. Let's see, how's this guy here? Yeah, not much. After, if it breaks this 422.72, guys, there's a high chance it's going to go here to 418. I would mark that level. So watch this level here. If you break inside of this, there's a high chance you go here, 418 even. So that would be the play I watch on this. First one would be the bounce at 425, and then just kind of play your, go in 5 minutes and just play your higher highs, lower highs. And here, I mean, that I just couldn't trade Friday. I hated the price action. The candles were not really making much sense. Every time you would expect you get a reversal or something, and it just kept going into these tiny little candles. And then at like 2 o'clock, started pumping really about $3 or so. So let's see how this works here. But it looks like 425.8 and a P shape and a D shape here. And this broke the rules between the profiles. This should have been going down the day after, but they pumped it on really low volume. Well, this worked like a charm. Reset, retest, go long, and there it goes. So now if this breaks here, you want to go long 13,984. That would be the level, and you have a nice little bull flag. So not much needed to talk on here. These levels are still on point. Yeah, this bull flag's still on point. That was a good buy here right now for long. And then if we break this, I'll probably wait for, if I was to go along now, I'll probably wait for this POC on the upper side, on this previous day POC to be broken before I go along, and then Q. And this would be the level for you guys to watch if you're going to play Qs or any tech stocks. You need this level to be broken. Yeah, maybe I need to. Yeah, but I would definitely watch this. This is just a crazy run here. The retest worked like a charm off of our levels. I mean, yeah, this is just, if it dips below this, this would be yours level or area where you want to look to be adding. If not, then it's this one here. So if it dips to this, let's call it 13.5, 13.4, you could bounce from here. If you look, the previous day POC also was there. Not POC, I'm sorry, high volume node was there as well. And there's a D-shaped volume profile that was giving us clues. Let's see. Any questions on this? This one's fairly simple. There's not much space in here after it breaks that level. I'm pretty sure it goes to, let's see, yeah, there's literally not much here. It could probably stop, it has a little bit here, 13.7, then it has 13.8. The long term would be about 14K on this. So, but just play with caution. I would not start swinging yet on this. Okay. Qs look to be headed to 343 if the market continues going up. This would be the level that I'm interested in. We hit the 330 on a lot less volume than we anticipated. You have a nice trend line here as well. I don't even know if it's a nice trend line, honestly. It's a pretty crappy trend line, but let's see. So here are your volume nodes here on the upper run. So what we were trying to do here is we're trying to figure out where the bounce might happen, right? So here they're going to probably protect this area right here, which should be 326. So if you do get a bounce 326, it might work. And then if they break below that, I would expect this level 323, and then you have a level here, 321, and then the next one is around right here, 318. And this is where we start. If you break this level 314, you're probably going to go all the way to 300. So 320, 315, 315, 300, that'll be the levels. As well as support here, maybe 305. This level here, but not much. But not bad to have them just in case you are short, so you know where the bounce will happen. So you could short right here below 326 and just play the targets right below on these levels. You'll have 323, 321, 318, call it 315 here, and just go off of those levels. And a lot of other stocks, we covered the main four, but a lot of other ones that I checked are kind of in the bull flag formation. Here you have Tesla breaking out. Hopefully you guys caught some of that. I know Earth and you guys were playing it. Oh, excuse me. I mean, Tesla really opens up the gates here. This level here is going to be crucial, 946. If you're able to get over that, probably go here to 974. And then it has a POC right here, which I would become a bear on this level here on Tesla. Because this would be pretty much the first retest here from this down all the way into here. And the split slated for August 25th. Yeah, yeah. So this might look like everything else is split, run up and then dump it. Uh, my Google had a really good setup. I talked to you guys about it. I think I posted a few times on Google. So if you guys think about this, so it had a nice little consolidation right here. So this level here will be key, right? If we're able to break this, then it has room to run. So you could play the break of previous high and run it all the way to 123, but you're running into a potential where the responsive sellers might come in and they might push the price down, and you want to avoid that. Um, if we come here and break this trend line, it might not be a bad entry for short as well. But this looks like a pretty good. Let me just go from here. Yeah. So you have a nice little chance here. Once you break 123, you have about $5 on Google. So I would definitely watch this tomorrow. This would be an important level that it has to break. So if it continues tomorrow, it has a high chance to go to 125 and then 127.47. I would definitely watch it. I think it's a really good setup on it. See. We covered Qs, right? So, I mean, this is crucial here. If you're able to break through this, just so you guys know, you'll most likely go to 337 or 337. If you're able to break that, then you get about whatever the level there is. You'll get 343, and the top of that level is what, like 347. Yep, so 347. So these would be the levels on the upside. So it can really moon. It just depends how these buyers show up and if the responsive sellers are gonna give them a chance to go. Just make sure you're using fixed profile. I'm using fixed profile, not session volume profile here. Okay. Then BA also, we talked about it last week. If you guys recall, I think Catching Rockets had it on his list. So if you're watching this, I would probably round this up to 172. If this breaks, it has really nice space to run here. So you're here now. So you have about 177 to go and run. So that's not bad on Boeing. I would definitely play that. So keep an eye on this. Break of 172. I mean, you could literally go to 177 in a split here. I'll probably do this. I'll definitely watch this tomorrow. This might be one of the 1K plays if I'm able to trade. Let's see. I think Chinese stocks are reporting earnings. Like, what's the car maker? Neo. I mean, this could be breaking. I would play this over 22.45 or call it 22.50. I'd watch this over 22.50. So watch that. Where do we close? 21. So maybe even if you take it over this 22 level, if you take it over 22 level, you have a nice $2 move. It could go all the way as high as this level here, whatever that is. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. So probably 24.50, and then you have this flag here. So these would be the levels. I'd watch that. That's a cheaper play. I don't think the contracts are expensive on it. Cover Tesla, Google, Q, SPY, ES. Let's see. Any other stocks you guys have in mind?
Shorty, could you look at Oxy?
Oxy look great, the 55. That was a perfect bounce here. Oxy looks great here. Break 66.05, and Oxy's ready to go for the next leg. They have 68. I would definitely watch Oxy. I miss my shares here.
I missed it too.
Yeah, I wanted to buy shares of 50 something here, but I didn't get it. I really wanted it. Let's see if we get a little pullback here. That'd be great if we do. See how CL doing. We have a nice little bear flag here. My target is that it's going to come back here to 85. If it comes back to 85, I'll drag Oxy with it, and that'd be a really good buy. So I'll watch that. Walmart, I think they have earnings this week. Earnings in August. Is that the Tuesday? When did didn't they what did they do here? They announced earnings, or I thought they announced something. I guess it was their pre-sales. Forgot what. I don't trade Walmart much, but this looks like identical, like Walmart, Amazon when it dumped. Right here, look, boom, gained it all back, dumped it back down. If you guys see it, dumped up, and then there, dumped up, dumped up. Now we need to. This candle here is fairly important. Where are we now? I was shorted below 131. It's just a really bearish volume anomaly here. And then here you guys see we have a nice little gap right below 130.57. You have a nice little gap all the way to 128.77. That might be gold for anyone trading Walmart. That might be a really nice play. You have about $2 here, a little bit more on it. This is free money here. These two levels. This is free money. Target. Target entered gap. When is their ER? Same week. It's 17th. It's Wednesday. Oof. You could play this sympathy too. Walmart. They're a day before. Oh God. I mean, this could run all the way up. It's like 200. 200 or 127. That's where it's going to do on ER. I don't like playing ER much, but let's see. Ooh, look at this guy. $292.6 just from price candles. Let's see where the sellers are. Yeah, okay. I'll break through this. If it breaks 292, what is it, 61? Yeah, free money all the way here. It's 295.21. It's not bad, guys. This is a pretty good play. I would definitely watch this if you want to go long. There has a high chance that it's going to go to this POC here. Once it gets to this POC, things can change, and I think our news and media might change too. So just keep an eye on this. Microsoft can drive the market down. I would watch this from Microsoft. I'll look to add short here. I really want to get shares of Microsoft below 200. So my goal is somewhere around 180 to get the shares here. Okay, that's somewhere. If it has to be here, that's great. I do think I could get him somewhere below here. If we enter this gap, I'll be able to get him 186. That's my goal. Somewhere around that area. That's where I want to get him. It's not even down much now from all-time highs. Oh, 16% is not bad. All right, let's see. So I would say Google's really good setup. Microsoft has a really good setup here. What else do we cover? Google, let me see, AMD. AMD has to, do you guys see what it has here? Anyway,
Is that a double top?
it could be a cup and handle too, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be careful because this stock's been beat down for no reason. I mean, I personally think it's a good stock to own. I wouldn't mind owning more at 60s. But if it can break that, what is this level here, previous level, because this stock literally goes off of these wicks like crazy. So 102.37, you guys will have a free run to 105, like literally free money here. And then if it breaks 105, you see here, it'll have a little bit of up and downs, right? You see here, it has like a little shelf. Come on. So it has 107 right there. And then you see the congestion and volume. So that's where it's going to get a little tricky to play. And it has 112 and then 115. And then if it breaks 115, probably 125 and so on. And I'll probably go all-time highs. But I personally would love for it to reject, but I think it breaks 102.37, goes to 105 or 107 area. It's a pretty good setup. Yeah, this looks pretty good. The 102.37. That's previous day high, and you also have this range here. It's pretty tight. So if it breaks this 99 here, take a look at your volume profile. It'll probably tell you where it's going next. Yeah, so if it breaks this, probably going to this POC, which would be a great area to add. So we're still in an uptrend, so you have to play the upper hand. Yeah, this would be a really good bounce area on AMD. Because this, if it holds this, it means it's not going to break what on 5 minutes. What is this? What would that mean here? Anyone? Anyone? No? So if it breaks this area here, it would have a lower high and a lower low here on a major, right? On the bigger scale, not the micro. So that would be the break of structure. That would mean we're going below the down, and you would most likely hit this 95 value area low. So if you break this level of whatever we said, 97, let's call it 98, you're going to 95.50, but you can expect a bounce with your stop loss being right here below it. And why is it here? Does anyone know? Why would I put my stop loss here? Dr. D, why? Why would I put my stop loss here? Yeah, and we want to hide behind the volume shelf. We want to be below it. So all the buyers do their action of buying, and me and you are just sitting behind kind of in a corner waiting. If it comes to us and they hit us, you get out. Otherwise, no hopes, you get out, close the trade and move on. And then, there's a nice little shelf here as well.
Yeah, the bottom would fall out.
Yep. So if you lose this, you're going probably here, most likely to 95. There's a high chance if you lose this, you're going to 95. And here you have a nice little, for a bounce right here at 100, right there at 100, you could get a nice little bounce and you could go higher. So watch that. AMD is notorious for these bounces. I think this is where the bounce happened on Friday. I did play it. I got some contracts. I think it was, don't quote me on it, like 45 cents. Sold them at 80 or something like that. And these contracts went to run like, or $1, $2 or something like that. I think it was actually a day before. I don't know. I really don't. But here, I would just watch these levels on 5 minutes on AMD. When you zoom out, you see how many days we got. 3, 6, almost 10 days. And you can see clearly where the levels are and the rejections so far. Lower highs, you can see the full picture here. And it's getting a little bit weaker now, at least it looks to me. So it's making lower highs here if you guys look. Oh, it doesn't want. And you guys see, if you break that 101, even this 101 is an early start to 105. Just keep that in mind. You have a nice little triangle here, even if you go in 30 minutes. You have a beautiful triangle here. This will probably be my top play that I watch tomorrow. This, BA, Google. I like Microsoft. I don't like Walmart or Target just because it has ER. They can do whatever they want. I wouldn't watch it. I would start scaling some puts on Amazon. I looked at it. And if you guys look at Amazon on 1 month, who can tell me what's happening here? Red, you can't respond.
There's a bearish volume anomaly.
There is a bearish volume anomaly in the monthly, but there's a critical piece I want you guys to look.
It's approaching the distribution, the accumulation at the top.
Correct. So if you look here, right? So Amazon accumulated here for how long? Well, I mean, for almost a year or even more. And now you're coming to this level and you're kind of struggling to close above it. So just think about what I showed you guys before, right? From accumulation and the Wyckoff theories. If you're accumulating here, right? And there's no chance that this guy got rid of all of the shares up here. Maybe he did, but there's a lot of shares bought here, a lot of them bought here, here, here. What do you think this guy that had some shares left off on Amazon, what do you guys think he's doing here?
Selling.
No, man, he's like, hey, man, I know inflation's coming, all this crap's coming. He might be selling here. And if you guys just extend this level here to the right, look where we bounced. That was a pre-COVID accumulation. He bounced right off of it, and that was why important, that 101, 102 level. I wouldn't be shocked if we come back down from here. And to me, this is a really good risk to reward on the short side. I don't care what Twitter says, all these people. This is a perfect short for me. It's worth taking a stab on this. You see why we dumped here so much? And you see here, let me just draw this level here. Now we'll go on a daily and weekly look. Take a look at this level. Take a look at this level. And you'll see why it's important. There's nothing here. There's no volume here, guys. The volume, on average, they got here $15. Just keep that in mind when you're looking at this one in the video. I mean, we're halfway day in the month, right? If you guys look, right, I think, 15th tomorrow. So the high of the month is right here, 192. So we're not too far from it. Let's see how we do to the, in this stock. I think we had the supply of 189 based on epochs. Yeah, there goes one. That's the one I was thinking about. At 189.5. So I think we're headed here. If you're able to break this, then you got this little guy right here. And I'm pretty sure there's somewhere on the left. Yeah, there's a lot here on this level. I really want to get shares of this at 130. So I can get that. That'd be gold. This seems to be accumulating here on the bottom. So all of the accumulation is happening here. What is that telling you guys? If you're buying it, wouldn't you be buying it low and driving it up? I just grabbed the accumulation zone here. Shouldn't you have most of the volume here?
You would think.
Yeah, something's shady here. I think they're going to dump this guy off of that epoch, so I'll be ready for short. This doesn't make sense. The value area highs right there. So, you enter your short at 189, your stop loss, put it down somewhere at 193.5. That'd be the play I'm looking at. And this guy, sorry. And we're approaching this. I hate to say, but you're still in a bear pennant formation here. Even on weekly, I believe it would look the same. Yeah, still bear pennant. So, yeah, I think we're ready to come down on this. There was some buying here, but there's a lot of guidance cut on this on the video. If you guys look at the upgrades, downgrades, you guys will see a bunch of downgrades on this one. Oh, definitely watch this. Yeah, there's a cluster here. Let me just see. Okay. All right, guys. I'm just gonna go to bed. To be honest, I'm out of energy right now, and the NyQuil is kicking in. So I'll catch you. Hopefully, I feel much better tomorrow. Cause I feel like shit. And I don't know if my voice is pretty bad, but hopefully, you guys were able to catch something and have a setup tomorrow. Just watch the setup. We have the market calendar updated. Just make sure you're patient and do not full size up. You should be playing quarter of your size this whole week, guys, because it's not going to be an easy week to trade. You should be playing quarter of your size this whole week. All right, guys. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow.
Feel better. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Get better.
Thank you.
Marcus, you still here?